Hi students, welcome to this channel and we are studying class 10 science chapter 11 physics, that is human eye and colorful fur. This is part 6 of the ongoing chapter series and probably we will finish up with this chapter in this and the next video. Right, so till now we have finished up to the rainbow formation in the last previous video. Today we will see few new topics that are related to refraction and due to atmosphere. So today's topics are atmospheric refraction, twinkling of stars, then we will see why do not we find planets twinkling, then advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. Okay, so today's portion is totally related to this phenomena which is called atmospheric refraction, right? Refraction in chapter 10 you already have studied what is refraction, and today whatever the topics are related to refraction, that is related to atmosphere as well. Okay, twinkling of star is an IMP question which may be asked in 2 or 3 marks. Why do not planets twinkle can be asked as an objective question or as give reason can also be there. You have questions related to these topics in our exercise as well. Then we will see whatever sunrise and sunset we are seeing, that is not real, right? Whenever you see any sunrise, that is advanced sunrise, that is well before time, and whatever sunset you are seeing, that is delayed sunset, means well after time. Okay, so let us quickly go forward with the first topic, that is atmospheric refraction. Now it simply means that is refraction occurring in the atmosphere, refraction occurring due to atmosphere. Right. Now before we go for in detail, let us talk something about atmosphere and how refraction is related to atmosphere. You see, the density of the Earth's atmosphere is non-uniform. Okay, wherever if you change the place, there might be different density. If you change the height, there might be different density. So why this is happening? Because atmosphere is not a single layer. Till now in SS or geography or in science as well in lower standards, you have studied that what is atmosphere. So atmosphere is a layer of air surrounding the earth, right? So that is why I have shown an earth's figure along with some shaded region which is uniform. This shaded region is believed to be atmosphere, right? So what do we think about atmosphere? That it is a single layer, right? But if you recall the definition of refraction, so refraction occurs when the light rays changes medium or changes layers. Okay, so we need multiple layers for refraction to occur. But if you say that atmosphere is a single layer, so then the question is, how can refraction occur in a single layer, right? So this is not the reality that atmosphere is a single layer. So if in case it was a single layer, refraction could not have been occurred, right? So this is the reality that atmosphere, instead of being a single layer, it is made up of different gases of different densities, right? Moreover, you see we have dust, smoke, humidity, that also affects the density of air. Also, factors like wind speed and temperature, they continuously change the refractive index, right? Refractive index was the comparison of different layers, right? So wind speed might be different at different place, temperature also might be different at different place. You have seen that hot air always rises and cool air always goes down, right? So at every place the temperature is not same. That is why the air, the wind speed, the dust, smoke, humidity, density of atmosphere is different, right? You see, instead of single layer, if we talk about very general information, the atmosphere is made up of different layers, right? all these layers might have different density. If I give an example, that oxygen, right? Oxygen is present only in the troposphere. The heavy gases, they are only present near to the surface. As you go above, the gases will decrease, as so the density of the air will also decrease. Clear? So that is why it is important that if you will consider the reality, that is atmosphere is made up of different layers. You can see in the figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers are shown. That means these all layers behave as different medium. So when light from externally light will go and enter into the first heavy medium, it will undergo some kind of refraction. So it will bend. Okay. Then again it will change the medium over here, it will bend. Again it will change the medium, it will bend. Again it will change, it will bend. That is why we have some specific phenomena related to atmospheric diffraction. Just keep in mind one topic, that is atmosphere is made up of many different layers. So light rays coming from outside will bend at every layer, it will bend and then it will reach to our eyes. Okay, light rays do not come in a straight way, it bends and then comes into your eyes. Clear? All right, so we will study some natural phenomena which are related to this bending of light in atmosphere. Okay, so in that the most IMP topic is twinkling of stars. Right, now see, if you focus on the points, let us study the points first and you focus on the figure. Okay, as the stars are very far, they are considered as point source of light. Point source of light means only we can assume that only few light rays are coming from the stars. As they are very far, it is not like whole beam of light or group of light or bunch of light rays are coming. We will consider as the stars is emitting a ray of light which is reaching or coming inside the atmosphere. Okay, now when the starlight, this one, this light passes through the layers of atmosphere, it bends continuously. I already told you the reason why it bends, because there are different mediums. When it changes the medium, you can see over here they are bending and finally reaching the observer. Clear? So light rays of star are bending and then reaching to the observer. So whenever, if in case you are observing anything, suppose a star, you are looking in a straight position, right? So if you are looking in a straight position, instead of here the real position, you will look in the dotted line, right? So dotted line you will see, so the star who is actually over here will appear to be over here. So this is known as apparent position. Okay, apparent means imaginary, fake, false position. Okay, so this isn't the real position, that is why this is called apparent position. Due to wind and temperature also, the refractive index of these layers will keep on changing continuously and randomly. Thus, the position of the star which you are looking is also not steady, and the amount of starlight which is coming to your eyes by bending, by straight, they also flicker. Sometimes it appears bright, sometimes it appears dim, right? So this flickering of starlight is called twinkling of stars. So flickering of starlight due to this continuous bending, due to difference in wind and temperature, will make the starlight sometimes bright, sometimes dim. This is called twinkling of star. Clear? So I hope why stars are twinkling, that you have understood, right? Starlight is very coming from very far, so that is considered to be point source. One single ray of light is coming from stars, that we believe. Okay, now the next question arises, that why don't the planets twinkle, right? uh, there are many reasons for that. The first reason is that planets are relatively close to the Earth, right? They are appearing larger if we see. But then again, don't forget the fact that planets are not a source of light. Okay, the stars are the source of light. Light rays comes from the star from inside, but planets do not have any light of their own. Okay, so we cannot see the planets, right? Now the next point is that the light rays are not coming from planets on their own. So compared to star, you can see in the figure only one point ray is coming from the star. Okay, so if there is a small change, you can see that flickering easily, right? But planets cannot, we cannot imagine planets as point source of light. You can see in the figure, compared to star, much amount of light is coming to the earth, right, to the observer, but that is reflected light. They reflect the light of sun. Okay, so not a single point of light is coming, but beam of light is coming. Okay, so whatever light is coming from the planet, they come continuously and they do not change, right? They come continuously and they do not change much. So even though there is a difference in variation, but that difference is very less that the average variation becomes zero. Okay, what happened in case of star, that there was only one point ray, and if there was a small change, that small change was easily observed. But if too many light rays are coming from the planet to the observer, if in case few light rays are changing their position, but most of the light rays are coming as it is, you cannot observe the light as flickering, right? So this is the reason why no twinkling effect is seen by our eyes for the planets. Okay, first of all, they are large. They do not have any luminosity. They do not emit the light on their own. They are comparatively close to the earth, so we cannot imagine them as point source. So whatever light is coming, they come continuously. They do not flicker, they do not change. That is why we cannot see planets twinkling. Clear? Alright. Now, next important topic is advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. Okay, as I told that whatever sunrise and sunset we are observing by our eyes is not real, is not actual, but it is advanced and delayed. So in this figure right now, you are observing that we are here on the earth, right? And the orange region is the atmosphere. Okay. Next, when this is the horizon, this is the line which joins the sky and the land. So we call this as horizon. If the sun actually comes up the horizon, we can see the sun and tell that this is sunrise. But what actually happens over here is, you see carefully that real position of sun is over here only, below the horizon. But still these light rays are coming to the observer, you see, right? So even though the sun is below the horizon, sunrise hasn't occurred right now, but the light rays are coming in advance, right? So observer can see the sun in this position. He or she will look straight. So right now, even though the sun is below horizon, the observer is seeing the sun over here. This is the fake position of sun that is visible. Okay, and that is how the observer will tell that yes, I can see sun and sun rays. That is why sunrise has occurred. But the reality is the sun is still below the horizon. So that is why we call this as advanced sunrise. Okay. Now consider this as east position, so the opposite will be west, right? So if we are clear about sunrise, that 2 minutes before you can observe the sunrise, sun rays, so that is why it is advanced sunrise, 2 minutes before. So same way we will see the sunset. Now see, When do we call that sunset has occurred? The sunset has occurred when the sun goes below the horizon. Okay, now actually the sun goes below horizon, but till 2 minutes you can see the rays of the sun, because the sun is below horizon but the light rays are still coming to the observer. You can see that sun hasn't set yet. Okay, so till 2 minutes, even though the sun is below the horizon, you are easily able to see the apparent position of sun. So you can say that you are seeing the delayed sunset. Okay, so that is why you see, when the sun is below the horizon, sunlight reaches to our eyes after being refracted. Thus, sunrise is experienced 2 minutes early. In the same way, when the sun moves below the horizon, it is seen for 2 minutes after sunset. So we can say that the duration of the day increases by 4 minutes every day. Okay. So what points you will write? This is a very small topic, so we need not to write much. You will write these points. Actual sunrise means actual appearance of sun at the horizon. But even when the sun is below horizon, sunlight reaches our eyes after being refracted. Thus, sunrise is experienced by us 2 minutes early. In the same way, when sun moves below horizon in evening, it is still seen for 2 minutes after actual sunset. So this is called delayed sunset, right? So we have finished all the topics of today. Now you have two questions. How do we sense the color of any object? For comments, you see we have two questions. How do we sense the color of any object? And the second question is, how many colors can a human or human eye or humans see? Right? So first will be a small short answer, second will be a number, how many colors, right? The first 5 true commenters will get a shout out in the next video. So keep watching this video. If you have any confusion, go through the video once and then submit the assignment properly.